Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. For the main part of the reads, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Here's the front of the box. And in case you want to see the spelling for Kathy McLeland, there's the spelling. There's the website. There's also a website, kathymcleland.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, a deck I really enjoy. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. This one is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as an umbrella. And I use dice. The dice I use are standard, well, not really standard, but like they're number dice. I got a 1 through 22 for the major arcana. I substitute 22 for 0 for the Fool, and then I have a 1 through 14 for the minor arcana, and then I have a 4-sided dice to choose the element that's going to match up with that. They are from, I think it says mathartfun.com. Can't read it on the camera, but hopefully you can see it if you want to see where to get those dice. Check stuff out. Feel free. All right. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, same email. The information for that is below. And now, let's go on to your reading. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? There's like a spike in energy. Like, I don't understand where. I mean, maybe because I'm doing fire, but like, there's a spike in energy. Okay. How long does this last for you? What's going on? The wheel is turning. The thing is, Leo can make the most of that. I keep seeing this, and I was like, there's certain signs that do not like this card. Although it doesn't mean that Leo will. It doesn't mean that Leo will like it. Hiccups and stuff. Leo can make the most of the wheel. Because Leo moves fast, too. And it's kind of like you can grab what you want and just keep going. Kind of like, I'm not going to worry about that, doesn't work, I'm going to move on, this is what I want, and just keep running with it. You have gone through this type of situation before, whatever this is, and you've made the most out of it before. The wheel going back and forth, I keep seeing this wheel going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's not all good, it's not all bad, but like some people get dumped on. You know what I mean? They get stuck in the negative cycle of the wheel, and they just can't seem to get out of it, and when the wheel turns, it's really rough for them. There are some people who, like, when the wheel turns, it turns in their favor, and they get a lot of great things. For this, I feel like this is going to be one of those that turns back and forth, back and forth. You're getting some good stuff, you're getting some crap, you're getting some good stuff, some crap, and it's just kind of randomly here and there, blah, 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 blah. You've gone through this before, and you've made it work. You've made it work. The trick is to not hold on what's not working and to like make the best of what is. You've done this before. I keep getting you've done this before. You have done this before. Maybe not exactly the way it's going, but you've gone through this before. The thing is to get yourself centered before you step in. Kind of like, all right, I've done this before, and I've done it well, and I'm going to do it well again. And just kind of have your wits about you, kind of like I have to stay sharp, and I just got to keep moving. Got to stay sharp, got to keep moving, can't overthink it, got to keep moving. You got this, though. There is some trepidation. Am I using that word right? Trepidation? As in you don't want to step forward. I do feel like there's a hesitant moment. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Like you're just like, whoa, I don't know about this. There's responsibilities that are connected here that's kind of like, I have to accept that, you know, some things are just not going to work out. And while I want control of certain things, I feel like I have to accept that I'm not. Does that make sense? Let me do a little roll of dice on that one. Because you also got the tower coming up. just to be fair. But it seems to be happening more around you than to you. Nine of Pentacles and the World. Does the World show up on a card? No, just on the dice. That's fine. All right. Okay. Okay. The reason I'm having this hesitancy, this trepidation, if I'm using that word right, the reason I'm feeling that energy is because what if I screw something up and then it's just that's that? I don't want to create an end game situation here. Like, things aren't going to go, not everything is going to go well. Yeah, I know that. But I don't want anything like, crashing and burning here. So, and it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm really going to have control over that, but I'll definitely do what I can. And it's just kind of like, don't let yourself overthink it and step forward. Because I feel like all the difficult energy is more about before I step in, because I feel like I'm getting in my head a little bit about it. But, I know you're Leo, and you're pretty awesome, but, you're not the one, you can't control everybody's life. People are going to act the way they're going to act. You can do the best for what you're going towards, but other people may not support that, and there might be problems because of that. You can't control other people. I think you know that. Stepping forward, you're going to do the best you can. When you do step forward, though, you do stabilize some stuff, by the way. By you stepping into this Wheel of Fortune energy where things are going all over the place and blah, 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 you do stabilize choices for other people, because as you go forward and you're like, yep, good, nope, not good, people are like paying attention, like, okay, Leo tried that, didn't work. Leo tried that, did work. Let's go where Leo did work. You're not going to wait for somebody to give you the answers. You just don't have time for that. You're going to keep moving. So keep that in mind. You are helping other people make better decisions. It's kind of the gift of having Leo around. Leo figures it out fast. You don't have time for let's mull it over for the rest of our life. Nope, don't have time for it. Gotta go. So you will be benefiting people that way. I don't know what to say about that. You're not going to wait. If you were going to hold back and wait, you could also benefit from that type of thing. That's typically not Leo's style. You're just going to, all right, let's go. And I do feel like, that's a good result of this. So keep that in mind. There are going to be some things you fail at. The other people are going to succeed because they watched you do it first. That's a gift to them. That's not going to drag you down, but keep that in mind. So, and also, especially if this is a job situation, I think that's why we're highlighting this, because I'm not trying to be rude. I hope it doesn't sound rude that I'm saying that you're going to fail and other people are going to succeed off your failure. It's not meant to be rude. It's meant to be like, especially if this is a job situation, remind people of that later. The only reason you succeeded is because I failed first and you learned from me. If I didn't do that, you wouldn't even have the guts to step forward. And let's remind them of that. Let's keep that in the back of your brain. Like, all right, yeah, I did that. It didn't work for me. But you wouldn't even have stepped forward if I hadn't even tried. Let's remember that. So if they try to pull this game, especially if it's a work situation where they're like, oh, look, Leo, look at all the things you failed at. Yeah, look at all the things you succeeded at because I failed at it first. Look at all the things you wouldn't have tried if I didn't try it first. Let's remember that. I don't know why I'm getting a little bent out of shape about it, but probably because, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because it's even though you didn't succeed at this, you helped others succeed. That's still a win. You know what I mean? That's you being a team player. That's a version of it, not for nothing. Hopefully that came across right. I feel like those of you it's going to hit with, you know what I mean. Don't let people forget. They wouldn't have had the guts to step forward if you hadn't done it first. I'm just like, where are we going next? Because this situation with this Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune isn't hanging out forever. And it's only while it's in play that you get these extra bonuses, because yes, there will be some failures, but there will also be a lot of successes here too. Let's remember that. Because I do have, this is kind of like a passing the test card sometimes. It is the Lover's card, but this is also the way I'm feeling it here. It has its time in the sun. It's like a season. So, for example, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere where I live. We have we have a growing season, summer, if you want to. When fall comes in, by the time fall is over, so isn't the growing season, just to be fair. But actually, pretty much halfway through fall, the growing season is over. Or maybe even a little bit before that. It has a season. Make the most of it while it's there. Be mindful to not celebrate and help other people celebrate during that time. because there's this weird energy of trying to work with others, other people being satisfied with a half success. I don't know, somebody might suck you into this, and I feel that I get that manipulation game again. Like, come on, Leo, you don't succeed at everything. Look at all these things you failed at. And it's kind of like, yeah, but look at all the things you wouldn't have even tried if I didn't try it first. There's something about trying to work with people and trying to get along with people, and like I feel like people are trying to pull you into this party atmosphere. When I see movement, I'm getting like a party atmosphere. Kind of like, relax, Leo, let's have some fun. Relax, Leo, let's have some fun. This season isn't going to last forever. It's kind of like, while we're in the growing season, we got to make the best of it. When that growing season is past, okay, then we can have fun. Leo tends to have fun along the way anyway, but we need to concentrate on getting it done while we have the growing season working to our benefit. This is saying what you need to do. Well, what would work better for you? You don't need to do anything, I guess. But focus on the benefits while the benefits are present. Solidify and work with those benefits while the benefits are present. It's not going to last forever. It's not. So I don't know why people are trying to pull you away from it, other than you might be pulling ahead and getting a lot more out of this season than other people are, and they just want to kind of like bring you down so like you're their level, if you follow me. If they're only making $50, they only want you to make 50 to 60, 70 at the very most. Meanwhile, you could make like 700, if you follow me. Maybe they can only do $50, but that's them. You could make 700, get your 700. You know what I'm saying? And it does, again, it's a season, it's passing. What is going on over here? Other people are going to fail. The Tower card is over here, right? But it's around the situation. The Tower card does not have to hit for you. I feel like that's another reason people are trying to pull you into this fun atmosphere, because other people are going to fail. The Tower is going to hit for them. It does not have to hit for you. Part of the reason it's hitting for them is because they're stagnating and they're getting stuck and they just don't know what to do. That's not really you. That doesn't need to be you. That's a them problem. Let it stay a them problem. It's not mean. You should flourish while you can flourish. If they can't, then they can't. Like, it's not like you're causing them to fail. They're causing themselves to fail, and they need to keep that for themselves. That's a them problem. It needs to stay a them problem. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting kind of brutal with this one. I don't mean to, but there you go. When this is all said and done, the season will pass, right? There's people who are going to be jealous of you. I don't think this is new for Leo. I really, really don't. But if I am wrong, let me know. But I don't think this is new for y'all, where people are jealous of you. There's going to be some conflict. There's going to be some allies. There's going to be people just saying, well, Leo's the one who kept moving. We wouldn't have half of this stuff. You're going to have some allies. I'm getting that with this card. The Emperor does seem to like Leo. Emperor's very brutal with the truth sometimes. You don't have any problems with that. Like, they might be like, all right, Leo stepped over there and failed, but you didn't even want to try it. At least Leo tried it. And then because Leo tried it, yeah, I know they failed, but you weren't even going to try. And you only succeeded because you learned that they did that and it didn't work. This can be a brutal truth. Like, yeah, they might highlight again on something you failed at. I'm sorry. But they're also going to highlight, y'all weren't even trying until Leo tried. So, was it a fail, or was at least somebody did something? It's a brutal energy. So be aware of it. It's an ally, because it's gonna be like, yeah, Leo had a lot more success than all of you. You're complaining about Leo's failures. Meanwhile, you made $50. Leo made 700. Did Leo really fail? Because they kept moving. Not for nothing. There's conflict in this situation. There's kind of like, what does it matter anyway going on there? This energy does pass, but also, like, make sure you remind people, like, if you didn't even try, these people wouldn't either. Like, at least you tried. You tried, and that created the success that was here. And overall, your success was greater than the people who were, like, only interested in the successes. They only were going to go for things that were going to definitely win, and they made $50. You went out there, put your neck on the line, failed a few times, but made 700. Not for nothing. Who really won? I don't know. I'm getting, like, a little sassy with it here. Make sure you remind people and kind of like tell people, like, remind people what I did. Remind people how I helped you. Tell people, like, celebrate me too. Because, maybe you didn't make as much as I did, but you wouldn't have got even that. You wouldn't even had that $50 if it wasn't for me. Let's remember that. I don't know, I'm getting a little bent out of shape about it. I'm like, I said there was an energy spike with it when I started, and I think that's what I'm feeling. Not for nothing, this time will pass, and when the whole thing's said and done and forgotten, everybody's your buddy again. So, so don't hold on to it too tightly, because when it's all said and done and everything moves on, everybody's your buddy again anyway. Whatever's going on in this season, it's very interesting because you make the most of it. People kind of feel insecure. They try to point out your faults. Just make sure you point out, like, you wouldn't have had half of what you had if it wasn't for me. Let's remember that. People do like you. People don't like that they don't have control of you. Is that new? I ask. Is that new? I feel like it's a fool that tries to control some sign. Trying to control a Leo is just like, it's like this. There's no sense in that. I don't know why somebody would even try that. That not that people should be trying to control people anyway, but like, I don't know. I just feel like you have to be a special kind of not so bright trying to control a Leo. I'm just saying. People really do care about you, but it really bothers them when they can't get you to do it the way they want you to do it, the way they want it done for themselves. Like, you are your own free spirit. You're going to do it the way you want to. Like, there's some people who want you to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're like, not here for that. Don't worry about them. They do appreciate you. They do realize that, they wouldn't have the success they have without you. This is when it's all said and done. When they're pushed for it, I feel like people really do know that, like, if it wasn't for you being a part of the situation, this would be more failure than success. Because you are a part of the situation, it's definitely a lot more success than failure. So, without you, for example, those people who made $50, they'd be owing 25 at least. They wouldn't have made $50, they'd be owing money. Like, I mean, if you think about it, like at tax time, when tax time comes around, if it's a difference between owing $50 or receiving $50, I think we'd all choose to have the $50 come to us, wouldn't we? Maybe it's not a lot of money, but I'd rather have it given to me than have to owe it, not for nothing. Are we good? All right, we'll let it go there. Hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.